My name is Houssem Jerbi. Thanks for the intro. And it's always a pleasure to be here and to talk to the CitA community. So I think some of you should know me. I've been doing presentations about the use of AI for construction project management maybe for the last 6-7 years, but this one is not going to be a visionary talk. It's more about focusing on what AI has actually achieved in the construction industry based on our experience for the last 6 years building AI for construction project management. So a quick background about myself. My background is in AI. I started my career with a PhD in AI, and then I worked for the last 17 years on international AI projects internationally. Across different industries. Construction is one, but also government, transport, manufacturing, and so on. So I led transformation AI projects with Facebook and consultancies globally, and I'm currently also advising executives in private sector and government in Europe, Middle East, and the US. So I'm founder of Smart PMO and currently the head of product. So a bit about the company. We are an Irish company based in Dublin, working globally now with clients, I think, in 8 different countries. So we've built this platform since 2017 that analyze construction schedule and also cost data, and then provide predictive insights to help optimize the planning and the controls of capital projects. So why we are in business? We're trying to help solve the problem of productivity in construction projects. Maybe you all are familiar with these numbers. Most of the large projects are running out of time and budget. Basically, we are trying to contribute to this by using AI to help keep projects on time within budget. And the problems with overruns are caused by different factors: project complexity, the current risk management methods are inappropriate. They cannot catch up with the increased complexity of the projects. There is data that's being generated is of poor quality. They cannot be used by the existing tools. A lot of human bias when it comes to planning and estimation, ineffective contingency plans, and the list goes on. So let's talk a bit about AI. Now, AI is a hot topic. There have been some amazing discussions this morning about AI. It's hard because maybe the rise of ChatGPT and the attention that LLMs and generative AI has gained recently. But AI is not limited to LLMs, large language models, obviously. There is machine learning, deep learning, reinforcement learning, and different techniques. But it's really important to separate misconceptions and fiction from facts, because misconceptions about AI is the number one barrier to the adoption of AI and to the fear in the industry. And that's why I'm going to start my presentation here by summarizing some of the misconceptions that we've noticed in the market, working on the implementation of AI within construction project management for the last 7 years. So these are kind of the top statements we've initially seen with clients. So lots of clients started by saying, we don't have data for AI. We know AI will require a lot of data. We actually don't have data, but there is definitely lots of Excel spreadsheets that are exchanged within the company between the different stakeholders involved in the project. There are whether you are a contractor, a consultant, or a client, project owner, you are using Primavera P6 or Microsoft Project for scheduling and planning. There are lots of PDFs, emails, and so on. And that's data that could be used. So there is lots of what we call dark data that's being generated but not used, never, or not used properly. Some clients think it's really challenging to put together and gather the data that's required for the AI project, which is again not always true because, for example, at Smart PMO, we have built data connectors, systems that automatically connect to the major project management software like Primavera P6, Microsoft Project, Asta, and so on, and then automatically extract this data and feed it into the AI system for the analysis. Another misconception is data quality is a barrier. Here, it's true to some extent because most of the AI systems, they include this pre-processing step where data quality is checked and data is filtered according to quality assessment criteria, and only data that pass the filter will be fed into the AI system. The next one is really a good one. Our data is not standardized. So our answer to the clients in this case is always, you're not the exception. Because a good AI system should be able to analyze and learn from projects with different structures, for example, WBS, with different activity coding, different naming conventions, and so on. So a good AI system can understand that an activity named poor concrete in this project is different from another activity poor concrete in another one, and an activity X is similar to activity Y across different projects, even if they have different names. AI cannot learn from historical projects because every construction project is unique. So yes, we build different assets that are different, but sometimes in similar ways. So at Smart PM, we have built our AI technology to learn from the data, the activity level. So it's very granular level. It's much like how Google Maps learn from road segments and to generate routes. So it will learn from granular data points and then build up the project level experience by taking into consideration different project nuances. Now, data privacy is a big challenge, or it's a big topic that we always discuss with clients. Just to reiterate, solution providers, service providers that are building AI solutions for you, generally they don't have access to your data, direct access, or good AI solution providers, they don't have direct access to your data. You have the restricted exclusive access to the data, and your data won't be exposed to a SaaS platform, for example. And then also your data is not going to be used, well, at least from Smart PMO perspective, it's not gonna be used to advise other competitors or other contractors. And also, any good AI system will include the traditional data privacy steps from segregation, anonymization, and so on. And also AI models, they don't include data. So AI models are trained on data, but they don't carry data when they move around. So the last one about risk, because one of the features that we provide is how we can predict and measure risk through AI. And lots of companies, most of the companies, they are using tools that include already QSRA, quantitative schedule risk assessment methods, and they say, okay, we've been using this for decades, why do we need AI? The answer is QSRA rely mainly on the user opinion, which is subjective, and AI can remove subjectivity from inputs by actually detecting risks based on past project experiences, and it can detect risks that could not be identified by QSRA, for example. Just as example for those risk managers here in the room, they can detect black swans events, those low probability but high impact events, or risk events that are not necessarily on the deterministic critical path that are always missed by QSRA methods. So let's talk about realities here, and at least I'm going to take it from our experience, and I'm going to show you some examples of how AI has been implemented in Smart PMO by Smart PMO. So this is the platform that we've been building since 2017. This is very high level visualization of the platform. So basically, as I mentioned, it can integrate schedule data as a minimum, but also can take cost and other data, risk registers, and so on. It can integrate with Oracle Primavera, Microsoft Project, and other tools, and then bring this data into a data lake, analyze at the activity level, learn, and then once there is a new project, it will start providing predictions about the outcome, the end date, the risk, recommend actions, and this is for at different levels at portfolio, project, and activity level. Predictive risk management is something that AI can excel at, and it can outperform definitely QS-array and Monte Carlo and so on. So AI can be used to find unknowns, basically risks that would be missed by your planning team or the QS-array methods that are used. And then AI could also recommend actions to mitigate these risks based again on past project experience. The other tool that we have is Bid Assistant, and this is where contractors can use this tool in order to put together a more competitive bid by just provide an early stage schedule, and then AI will analyze this schedule, highlights areas of risks, measure these risks, provide mitigation plans so they know exactly or more efficiently how to allocate budget, and how also it will highlight opportunities within the schedule to save days on the program, and then it will actually provide an interactive help to make the bid more competitive, at least from a schedule and commercial perspective. But also clients or project owners can use the same tool for tender analysis if they're receiving bids from contractors. And we all know that at early stage, there's lots of uncertainties when it comes to the schedule and so on. So it can help with the comparative analysis of the different schedules from in the bid schedules from the contractors, or for a contractor, it can help them to analyze the schedules submitted from their subcontractors as well. The other main feature, and again, this is just a highlight of some of the tools that we have built, it's post-investment review. We know that either the client, the owner, or the contractor, once they finish project, they're always busy to move to the next one. So they don't have time to sit down and reflect and understand what went wrong and learn lessons and so on. So our AI can automate the post-investment review phase. We run post-mortem analysis on one or multiple completed projects that went wrong. And then it will generate through LLMs models that we've built reports that include what are the variances between the initial scope and what has been delivered, what are the main changes that impacted the key milestones, what are the main lessons learned in terms of what went wrong, and then also it can to some extent answer questions why things went wrong. So that's a post-investment review report that could be generated for a project or a program. So this is one example of recent implementation of our platform that was for planning phase for data centers. So the contractor used this tool in order to help them with the bidding. So as I mentioned earlier, they will input early stage schedules through the platform, and then the platform will guide them in order to optimize the bid schedule, save days, find other ways to schedule things, the risks, and so on. It will not eliminate the risks, but it will provide more assurance around the risks. So instead of going and putting lots of contingency budget and so on based on uncertainties or human bias or human biased assessment of the situation, this is going to use the experience that's been aggregated from other projects in order to more accurately measure and quantify the risks, and then also provide scenarios for mitigation scenarios. So this one, for example, for one project, it helped to create AI-based risk profiles for activities, across different areas, permits, design, procurement, construction, and so on. And we have a scientific kind of process to help our clients to measure the value of AI. So for this one, they have reported to us that they were able, between their traditional approach using the tools they were using of scheduling or bidding, they were able to generate 2+%, up to 2+%, because they use this across different projects of margin for the project, saving up to 83 days, and then a huge increase in the risk precision compared to QSRA and the methods they have been using. So it's, again, this is not about what AI can do. This is about what AI is doing now and what AI has been doing the last 6 years. Now the question maybe for, different types of companies, whether the owner, the consultant, the contractor, is where to start and how to start. And I think there was a nice answer to this question earlier by Harrison from BAM and from CISC as well. So our answer to our clients is always, start with a comprehensive AI strategy. You have to, when you are planning to your AI journey, you have to focus on creating value. AI is no longer a nice to have. It's no longer something that you would like to build because it's buzzy. So, and then also you need to prioritize areas. What are the processes in your construction where you will start implementing AI? And of course, you need to involve teams very early, all the teams, and address barriers early, all the trust barriers, legal barriers, integration with your legacy systems, and so on. And the most important thing, make sure you understand, your teams understand that this is a journey. This is not a once-off implementation like some other software, but AI is like your baby. He's born, you need to feed him, he will be raised, and then you keep feeding him, educating him, and he will be growing as you go. The other question we always receive for people who are still unsure about the adoption of AI, how can we de-risk the adoption of AI? Well, first of all, it's manage expectations. You shouldn't overestimate AI in the short term, and also don't underestimate it in the long term. You should also invest in training and education even after implementing AI. There is lots of training of your end users, and change management is key. I will finish with this slide here about how to implement trusted AI. So there are the pre-implementation of AI step and then the post-implementation. So before the implementation, as a company, before even you pay money to the solution provider, you can simulate the value of AI once implemented in your business. And there is a very, for technical people are here in the room, there is a methodology called blind test. So for example, if we are going to start implementation of AI for your business, you've got 100 projects, you will give us 90 projects, and then you will hold off 10 projects. So we will analyze the baseline, the plan, and what has been the as-built, the actual schedules and cost, for example. And then once our models are adapted to your business and your projects, out of the 10 projects, you will give us the plan. Our AI platform that was customized to your projects and business will generate predictions. We don't have the actual, what really happened. You can compare predictions to what happened, and you can also generate what's the value of these predictions. So if you knew better about this risk, or if you took this recommendation earlier than what actually happened, what should be the difference on your business. The other thing, once you implement AI, there should be continuous monitoring of AI. So your solution provider should collect data from the production environment of the AI, and then measure the AI performance, not only in terms of accuracy and so on, but also link the AI performance to some value, some business KPIs, and see what value is AI generated to your business as the time goes on, and generate these reports to the right stakeholders. So that wasn't meant to be a demo session. It was more to try to address some misconceptions and show some achievements of AI nowadays. But if you would like to see our platform Smart PMO in action, please email us and we will be happy to provide you with a live demo. Thank you.